Laura. I'm the program director. Nice to meet you. Come on in. So the Garland School was founded in 2009 by a group of parents and teachers who wanted a Waldorf school for their children. And that tradition carries forward to this day. So from our Waldorf roots, we get our way of being with the children, which is gentle, which is child-directed. You won't find teachers directing play or even chit-chatting very much with the children during the day. We believe that they are in their bodies most and are developing what they need to develop when they are left to their own to imagine and engage with one another. Also from Waldorf, we get the idea that childhood, especially early childhood, is a very tender and special time when the children's minds, hearts, and bodies are different from how they are when we're adults. And so they need to be allowed to be in that separate child space. And when we talk to them and instruct them, they're awakening from this kind of dreamlike state that they actually need to stay in order to become whole. And so we are really, really invested in maintaining that tradition. Also from Waldorf, we get our strong commitment to rhythm. The day has a rhythm that is the same every day, and the week has a rhythm. So for example, activities that the children are offered each day are the same from week to week. So for example, Monday they'd be offered crayons and paper to draw. Tuesday, watercolor paints. Wednesday, we make bread. Thursday might be making a campfire. Friday might be preparing vegetables that then they'll have with their lunch or their snack. So these things are the same throughout the year. The same follows with our menu. We have the same meals on Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays and Fridays throughout the year. Another thing that connects to rhythm is our seasonal rhythm. So being situated here at the edge of this forest and being a nature-based program, we also are very intrinsically connected to the cycles of the seasons, and Waldorf supports that. So from Waldorf, we have inherited festivals that happen throughout the year. We have the Michaelmas Festival in the fall, which is both connected to harvest and also to the autumn equinox and how the days will soon get shorter. Lantern Walk comes in November. We gather here at school. We carry paper lanterns that we made ourselves. We walk up the trail to the top of the hill to a big bonfire where there's a story. We share food in the darkening twilight. And then December brings Winter Garden. It happens right around solstice, where we're all becoming more contemplative, bringing things within, keeping that light inside ourselves, but also looking forward to there being more light really soon. And then in May is our May Festival, and we celebrate rebirth and the awakening of spring, and coming together outside and enjoying all of the beautiful colors of flowers and joy that we can, and we dance around the maypole. And throughout the year, morning circle, as well as the activities, will connect to those festivals in ways that really make them become really deep and have the children be able to experience them fully. This is our play yard. This is where we start our day. Children are welcomed here by a teacher in the yard, and we gather together at this table for breakfast. All of our food here is made by a cook who works on site, making our meals from scratch with organic and local ingredients when possible. So we share a meal together, and then we have some free playtime here in the yard. And you'll notice there aren't very many structures or things that you might call toys to play with, and that's by design. So stumps become a painting canvas, a bridge, and a spot to jump off. Our slide is built right into our hillside. We've manicured the bushes so that the children can both play in and among and behind them, but also be visible to teachers, so they can have that feeling of hiding away, which is so important for children to do to foster their independence and just their feelings of growing competence in the world. And also, teachers can keep them safe because we actually can see them all the time. Our playhouse and sandbox are built right into the landscape. We do have sandbox toys, but we try as much as possible to have them be metal and really sturdy. The feeling of children doing real work and imitating adults doing real work is a big part of our program. To that end, our vegetable garden, the children helped plant and have nurtured these vegetables since they were very little, watering them every day. Children of all ages grabbing a watering can, helping out. In the fall, we'll harvest cucumbers, potatoes, kale, melons, and this is where we eat our food when we're outside. Hey, come on in, I'll show you around. So, welcome to the Garland School. We moved to this space 7 years ago, and we converted what was a science wing of a school for high schoolers into an early childhood program. You'll see that the walls are painted pastel colors, which creates an environment of calm and soothing. This right here is the Singing Crickets cubby room. The Singing Crickets are 3 to 5-year-olds. They keep their belongings in here. You'll notice every cubby has a pink bag, and that is for the clothes and belongings that the children leave here all the time. But the reason for those pink bags is a little deeper. The color pink is also a very soothing color for young children, and we like to have the uniformity. It helps to create a sense of community. It helps to know where the things are that the children need, and also to have a sense of community and togetherness while we are here at our school. Through this door is the Singing Crickets playroom. This is where the children play when we have indoor time, which happens a couple times during the day for during transitions, and also in the winter or when it's really inclement weather, we'll come in here and spend more time. So from our Waldorf roots, we get the concept of having the classroom be like the home. So we really set this room up to mirror all the places that a child might have in their home. There is an area with dolls and dress up. There are toy vehicles to play with. We have a block area with both small and large blocks. We use some of these for gross motor obstacle courses, or the children can use them in their imaginative play. We really believe in loose parts, so these things can be used however the children's imaginations can imagine. We also have a kitchen area in every classroom. And this is a classic structure of Waldorf programs, this archway. And it can be covered with a cloth to create a room. It can be taken apart and rearranged to become a puppet theater. It can become a fort. It can be so many things. We also have, of course, our table where children can set up meals or tea parties. This structure right here is really neat. This is both a boat or something to balance on. It can also flip over and be a bridge or a stage. Beyond that, we have a dollhouse, dress-up clothes. Here's our nature table, where we have items that we've collected from our own woods, as well as treasures that children and teachers have brought in. Magnifying glasses are a big part of our nature exploration, looking closely at things and learning more about the plants and animals that surround us every day. So here's our nap room. Every child has their own sleeper. They bring a thick blanket from home to lay on, and we provide everything else. We provide a pillow, a blanket to go on top, and this gauzy cloth, which creates a little tent for them to rest in, and kind of shuts off the stimulation, but also creates like a dreamy, sleep-inducing space for them, while also letting plenty of air in. And so every child has their own spot. When they stay here all afternoon, they'll nap here, and then after they wake up, they can do quiet play until it's time to move on to snack. So here's our kitchen. This is where all the Garland food magic happens. Our menu is entirely vegetarian. It's almost entirely gluten-free as well. We do use some dairy and eggs in our recipes. We have a cook who works every day cooking all of our food from scratch, using organic and local ingredients. We also have the ability to meet any dietary needs that your child might have, and we can work with you to develop that if it's needed. So I want to tell you about the nature-based aspect of our program. Behind me is our forest home. We are here at the edge of 200 acres of field and forest. We come here every day. We spend a lot of time right here in our home base, and we also visit some other special places. We visit Grandmother Rock, we visit the cliffs. There is a pond which we can splash in. That is a nice quarter-mile walk up the hill. And then we can also run down the giant hill and roll and sled in the wintertime also. Over the years, we have really come to inhabit these woods. You can see the trails that the children have made through the bushes. There's a seasonal stream that runs through which offers umpteen opportunities for water play, mud play, experiencing the plants and animals that come out at the different times of year in the different micro ecosystems, damp and dry, under logs, on the trees. And over time we have also added some human-introduced elements. We've added a rope bridge, we've created a bridge out of logs, and that really enhances the kind of play that the children are able to do while really being grounded on these several fallen logs that are fantastic for clambering on, presenting all kinds of healthy risk and challenges for them to learn and grow as their confidence grows, as they grow bigger physically, they can do more, and we really just are so grateful to have this beautiful place right across the street from our school. Thanks so much for coming on our tour, and